How are you doing?
Great. How do you think I'm doing, Taylor?
Uh,
You know what? I was all worried because I was losing my relevance and my Patreon was going in the shitter. It was going to dip down below 15,000 a month. And then my old pal Maddox decides to make a 3-hour documentary on what a piece of shit I am.
I saw that, and I refuse to get anyone's point of view other than yours in your drama.
Did you see the documentary, Taylor?
I did not watch. I didn't.
No
want to
need.
Give,
We
I didn't
have
want
the
to.
man here.
Dick's right here. I didn't want to give.
He wouldn't
Maddox,
lie.
I didn't want to
I'm
give
gonna
Maddox
watch
even
all
like,
3 hours of that with my YouTube
someone...
Red just to fuel Dick's haters.
I'm not going to give him one view because I'm Team Masterson and I only know 1% of the story.
Oh, like, view it. It's not monetized. Maddox took 10 minutes in the middle of his video and just dumped like 50,000 screenshots of the N-word. So his magnum opus that he's been working on for 5 years to try to destroy my life and my girlfriend's life and basically everybody who's ever known me is not even monetized. He's such an idiot.
Did it even do well? Like, does it have a bunch of views or no?
It's got like 80,000 views. It did well in that he's been obsessively monitoring the comments for like a week and a half, deleting anybody making fun of him. So it did well because my Patreon's back over 21,000 a month. Thank God.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna have a horrible Christmas. I already told everybody in my family, look, there's just no money for Christmas presents, you guys. You're just going to have to, I'm going to make you some cards maybe or write you some jokes, but I don't have any money to buy you anything for, especially my girlfriend. I had no money for her, but now.
Dick will tell you a man cannot survive on a mere $180,000 a year from one of his revenue
He lives in LA.
Right? He might be down to $500,000 a year in total.
I mean, actually,
1 million?
LA thing.
Yeah, he lives in a bunker in LA. He needs that money.
What am I supposed to do? Cook my own food? What? Not rent whatever I want on Amazon Video Prime? Please, gentlemen.
In my head, I was like, he has somebody cook his food, and it's like I do too, and I probably pay more. She's downstairs right now.
I have 2 cleaning ladies. I have 2 maids. I pit them against each other to see who cleans my house better.
Brilliant.
Have you ever pissed off somebody so much that they make a documentary on how much they hate you that's longer than The Godfather 2? Like, just let that sink in with like 3D cutscenes, like 3D animation, wipes, all this After Effects shit. It took him no lie 5 years to make. It's totally insane.
Is it real? Like actually half a decade?
Yeah, because the screenshots that he has in his cuckumentary, some of them say like a year ago, and then it has a comment, and that comment was made in like 2019 or 2018.
Jesus, so
clearly started working on it the day he lost his lawsuit against me.
So what has he been doing? I thought he kind of faded into that good night of content following the first lawsuit, but has he been doing his own thing since then? Just, I guess, for not a lot of viewership.
Yeah, he's been, he pretended to be a banana on Twitch for a little bit.
How does one do that? Were you fooled?
Yeah, I was fooled. He was fooled into thinking that people were laughing with him instead of asking. He would just get shit-faced and like pretend to be a banana and go like, "Oh, I'm Banana Dox. Oh God, I hate my life," and like kind of shit on himself, like shit on his real self in real life as these characters. It must have been some kind of therapy. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
I can tell that's not a real banana.
Yeah, I can tell I can't tell it's him. Is that even him?
Dude,
I feel like this shtick is older than us. Like this is annoying orange.
This is some E-bombs world.
I remember when we started making videos, seeing annoying orange, and thinking like, this isn't that hard.
Yeah, this is easy.
Well,
it's pretty easy. I got a future here.
He would get shit-faced and then get into like fights with spiders and stuff as a banana because he lives in, I don't know, he must live in Section 8 housing by now. That was his night job. And
so you're still giving him money in a way.
Yeah, during the day. Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking exactly. During the day, he's working on this magnum opus about me and how he dumped me first, and he doxed. Maddox set up a website and doxed 5,000 fans of my show. Like, it looks like a World War II memorial. He made a website. He said all these people are all Nazis and pedophiles, and then listed like full names of everybody who was in a Facebook group for my show. It's fucking psychotic.
You can do that on YouTube. He didn't get shut down for that.
How did he get a hold of your Nazi pedophile list?
Because he faked that he was a Nazi pedophile and joined the Facebook group. I don't know how he's still on YouTube. He's like doxing people nonstop, blasting the N-word for 20 minutes. I don't know how he's still on YouTube. I got kicked off of YouTube for showing a fat guy with no shirt on. And Maddox is just and still on. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
You got kicked off of YouTube?
Yeah.
I mean, we can see you.
Yeah, on this channel he can. But you're back though, right? Like the Dick show is back.
No, they kicked me off of YouTube.
I was scrolling through your Twitter and it reminded me, Dick. Just back to the Maddox thing. Is that legal to like dox all your fans like that? What he did, or is that like?
I mean,
like a free speech thing? How's that work?
I don't know. What Maddox has done is insane. I don't think you definitely can't say that they're a Nazi stalker mob.
Yeah, pedophiles.
I'm sure you can't do it in Europe. I mean, if any country is going to be cool with it, it's going to be America. But I'm sure you can't do what he's done in any country that has like.
He'll end up like Juicy Smollett.
What's his video actually called? It's not. It can't be Cuckumentary.
No, it's called. Goodbye My Career. It's called When Obsession Becomes Stalking or something. It sounds like a Lifetime movie the way he's titled it.
Yeah,
and it might as well be.
When fans become stalkers.
Yeah, he tries to pass off this shit like I'm some obsessed fan of his.
Yeah,
of his.
I don't think that's true.
No, you don't seem to care for him.
That's a good spin for him, though.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Because if you're like someone who's brand new to the scene, okay, tell me about this fan of yours. Wow, show me what he does. Oh my God, is he laughing at that man's cancer diagnosis? This is your fan? How does he have fans? You must be a big deal if your fans have fans. My goodness, your fans have so many fans. You must have 1 million fans. I like you. Let me sub. That's what happens. It's a great way to phrase it.
Sound like what you'd say to like a woman that just left a battered relationship. Like there are all these people with paragraphs going like, I can't believe you had to endure all this. You're just a really strong person. It's like, bro, you got made fun of on the internet and then like sued 20 people.
Yeah, I mean, that does seem like it's what fucking happened. And you're right. Yeah. This is the most curated comment section I've seen. Like fucking the DNC and RNC have more balls with their comment section than this video.
It's so bad. Like, and then he's going through like telling them how strong they are for like telling him he's strong. It's like a rape crisis hotline. It's really pathetic. His best thing on there. Oh, and it's not monetized because he put so many N-words in it. It's not monetized. So he wasted 5 years, 3-hour documentary that he could only do once and not making a dime on it. Now he's re-releasing every section as its own video. Because he says there's deleted scenes in each section. So to keep the video to a reasonable 3 hours, he deleted some of his crazier receipts. So he's going to be re-releasing every section of this for, I don't know,
dude. Second time's the charm. He's gonna he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know how
I'm scrubbing through. Shocking number of ends in these screenshots. Just randomly scrubbing through. It's like, what is?
I don't know how
some of these, if not
at 5427. Is that what Maddox looks like?
Does he look like a little goblin?
And he's bald with a beard and
that's Maddox.
His AIDS. Yeah, that's him. He's got the best thing on there is he's got a graph. He's got a graph to show how obsessed I am with him. Like, and it's a graph of how many times I've mentioned him on Twitter. His graph starts in 2021, and he's like, here's how much he's obsessed with me. Look at this is 2021. He's mentioned me 300 times, and here's 2020, it's 600 times. And then he goes back and here's 2017 and 2016, and it's 1,400 times. But it's like a reverse time graph.
Right.
You're showing that I dropped off like exponentially talking about him. And he combined 2 years to make it the most. And it was the years that, number one, our show ended, and number two, that he sued me for $380 million. Like, why did you even include this graph if you had to reverse it and combine years? It's so stupid.
Well, he probably made the graph and was like, well, this isn't compelling. Maybe a little swap-a-doo, a little combine.
Nobody will notice. Like, why did you put the years on it then? Doesn't make any sense. And then, oh God, here's another thing that I haven't even watched this part yet. Apparently, a big piece of the video is him proving that he broke up with who's my now girlfriend. He features her heavily in the video. His video, he wants to show that he broke up with her and that she didn't break up with him, which is what I've been saying, and which is actually what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got to be 10 years ago now. So Maddox produces this letter that she wrote him after they broke up, which is like, oh, I'll never feel about anybody else the way I feel about you. Like normal chick shit that they say to you after they break up to fuck with you. You should never be friends with women after you break up with them because they're just going to try to fuck up your new relationships. Anyway, which I told him that when they broke up. Anyway, so he produces this letter and says, she still loved me. She said she'd never feel about anyone else. But now here comes the most retarded part. Maddox, in another lawsuit where his defense for a restraining order that we filed against him and his girlfriend, which he lost, he put into evidence his psychotic reply to that letter. So this is a letter that I would never have had access to, but for some stupid reason, he put it in a restraining order defense. And in that letter, the first line is, you know what I hate? Getting dumped and getting a letter like this. So it's like this. He couldn't have supplied more worthless testimony than this retarded video he gave.
Taylor,
it just gives me stuff to talk about for like years, man.
Can you imagine, Taylor, if we had a breakup here
lie.
and it led to stuff like this? Like you and I were tangled up in a $300 million lawsuit and arguing over a girl and who broke up with her, like publicly. Can you imagine?
I can't. I literally cannot.
If we had that much beef,
we would behave that way.
If I had that much beef with you, we would fight. We would fight and then over. How have you allowed this to happen, Dick? Like,
yeah.
Because I've made millions of dollars literally on this guy, on his just total lack of shame.
It's compelling. Yeah.
Understanding.
You're winning me over.
Yeah. It makes sense. Housewife Kyle's getting wet.
Goodness gracious. Housekeeper and
how many millions?
Here, look at this. I don't even know. Don't even put it on the page because it's he probably has too many N-words or stuff. But
yeah, don't open this, Zach.
I just added a roundabout to our house.
Look at how schizo this doxing website Maddox has made appears like from a normal person looking at this.
Brother,
it's got me, my girlfriend, and my co-host who's done literally nothing to him. Then it's got
Meet
Nick
the hate mob.
It's got an SS logo.
Hang on, we don't want to show this, do we?
No,
don't show this.
Just I wanted to have Zach know what everybody wanted because I didn't know.
Keep scrolling down. Then he has 5,000 people, like a World War II memorial, who were in like a Facebook group for my show in 2017. Look at the amount of people on there.
I got a question. I'm down to the part where it says insane. Meet the hate mob, and there's a 4x4 block of photographs of guys who all look very related. Those are all different people, right?
Yeah, those are just random people who called him a cuck on Facebook. And he's been malting about it ever since.
Okay, just double checking. They look very similar, all of them.
He for the guy who was like an OG of the internet. He handles this shit so fucking poorly. Like, has he ever let one thing roll off his back? Like, who gives a shit?
No,
because it doesn't seem like it.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if he's going to start after this, but I don't think releasing a 3-hour movie to say that you dumped somebody else, they didn't dump you, and then breaking that movie up into smaller chunks and re-releasing them over the course of the year is a good way to get your
I think it's genius. I'm
back.
going to get back at my 8th grade girlfriend.
This one genius named himself with like one of those funky fonts from Microsoft Word that's just symbols. So he made out like a bandit. And this guy named Zyler, he must be happy that he's at the end of every list, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zyler.
Zyler.
Yeah, that is insane to have this page up, doxing all those people, accusing them of being Nazi.
Well, hang on a second. Is there any chance that accidentally, somehow or another, he's ever been afraid that the quote unquote hate mob might come get him? Has he ever been threatened in a kind of a realistic kind of manner? Because we know a person online who the threats got so bad and like, we're gonna come and get you, that he like duplicated everybody's got kind of a, you look at Woody's background and like this guy duplicated his background. Like, you've got shit behind you. He duplicated exactly that and moved to across the country. And never let on to anyone ever that he had sold his old house, bought a new house, relocated to a new fucking time zone. He's never mentioned it because he's so afraid of like the serious threats that came his way. So all I'm saying is that could motivate somebody to make a website. But I'm sure we're not talking about anything like that. This is a pretty janky website. Did he make this? Like this?
I mean, no professional could possibly produce a website that looks this schizo. This is like 90s schizo. If Maddox ever had somebody that he was that afraid of, it's one of his fans. Like, he's been famous and such an asshole on the internet for so long. He's attracted he's attracted fans who are like deranged, which he mentions in the video, and I know that he does. But as far as real, actual threats go, no.
I'm reading through this. This is so wild, dude. It's a pretty fun website to like peruse around, knowing that it's about you. Because the photos that he's chosen like vary from almost like professional headshots to like the one of his ex-girlfriend here. It's like Marie, aka 80s girl, my ex-girlfriend, a contributor to the Dick Show. Despite stating under oath in court that she has zero affiliation with the show, she has signed autographs, made live appearances, and even provided content and personal details of my life in an attempt to humiliate and embarrass me.
Do you notice how he never capitalized his Dick Show? Like a petty little me. Now you're not going to capitalize it.
Going to live shows like as my girlfriend. She doesn't do comedy, obviously.
Yeah, this guy's a bitch.
I'm glad. I hope that goes whatever way it should.
Throw a $500 million lawsuit across his bow. See how he likes it.
Fuck? That's so bizarre.
Have you ever pissed anybody off this much? Has anybody ever pissed anyone off this much? Like this website? I don't think so.
I've never had an enemy like this. Like that's insane. But I mean, it's been a parade of W's for you.
It's not that maybe they hated us as much, but they were more creative than this. it's not how much you hate Dick; it's how bad you are at it.
Back when I was more relevant, there was like a YouTube genre of just talking shit about me, like channel after channel. They weren't big, but yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
so you wanted you to leave them kids alone, man.
Even like all the Wings Tings channels, like they've got more artistic integrity than what he's doing here. That's insane.
Those channels genuinely seem to. I think Wings is like, colluding seems like a bad word, but I think they work together.
Cooperating, that's a less sinister word for it.
Yeah.
He's colluding behind the scenes to hopefully Wings is getting a little piece of that if he's cooperating with him.
I think that's the deal. I remember, look, who knows what's real, but I thought I remembered him telling one of those channels that like either you give me 20% or I'll copyright strike you. I think he had made a deal like that with somebody.
Wings talked shit this week.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
Every
did you? Remember it?
I heard it.
He's always so mad. He's always so angry.
He was crying about getting kicked off the show and crying about Chiz and some shit. He's probably
about
just trying
our show. He talks shit about us.
Yeah. Because he's probably trying to promote his lolcow fucking podcast with some extra drama instead of fake drama.
Well,
I didn't know we had drama with wings.